Good morning, everyone. Let me get my chat on my phone here. Hope everyone's having a good morning. We're going to talk about these monsters. Lori and Chad this morning. Let's see who's in here. Never Lose Hope. Lisa. TC. Good morning. You're early. Jamie. Debbie. Black Rose. Mandy Hall. 411 now. Carolina Girl. Did I say Debbie? I don't know if I said Debbie. Verbal, Julie, Jackie C, Alex B, Kat McGlynn, Karen Duffy. Am I missing anyone? I hope I'm not. If I overlooked anyone, I'm sorry. Okay, so I didn't do a video, of course, or anything yesterday about the new charges with Lori Vallow. I was just trying to wait to see if anything else come out, like a murder charge or anything, and nothing. She just got the same charges as Chad Daybell now. I've got it pulled up here. I don't know. I just didn't do a video on it because I didn't think it was big breaking news personally. I mean, it's news. She got new charges, but you know what I mean. I want some murder charges. That's what I want to see, some damn murder charges. But I do realize these conspiracy charges and stuff opens up the door for them to come out with more charges like murder. I do understand that. But, I'm just, getting really impatient with this case. Let's charge these sons of a bitches. Excuse my language. For murder. Let's charge them for murder, So what did y'all think about these new charges? Let's read and see exactly what they are here. Okay. 2 counts of conspiracy to commit destruction, altercation, or concealment of evidence. Well, whoop-de-doo. Let's get some murder charges. Come on now. They have to have enough to charge her with murder or something by now. I know that they just found the remains and stuff, but gosh, I'm just impatient, y'all. It's coming, Cass. Yeah, I'm getting real impatient with this case. I really am. So I'm wondering, they served the search warrant yesterday. So I'm wondering what they got out of the home. What were they there looking for? Something specific or just they were looking for anything? Hey, we only have one life. I was talking about yesterday. We were talking about Jeff Lowe not buying fly spray for his animals. And I was saying sometimes that fly spray don't work. And you'd had a problem, keeping the flies off your animals. But anyhow, I'm getting off topic here. Okay, it says on June 9th, let's pass June 9th. Let's talk about the search warrant yesterday. Okay. Okay, it says Lori's charges were reported hours after Rexburg police execute another search warrant. Well, we know that. It says they were seen entering the home, examining exterior buildings, and taking photos of the yard. I mean, maybe they were looking for blood evidence or something in one of those buildings. Anything. Here's what I think. Based on Alex's Cox's cell phone, it looks like that he was at Lori's park the day they went to Yellowstone Park, the last time that Tylee Ryan was seen. It looks like that she was killed that day and that Alex Cox may have been cleaning up the mess or doing something to her body inside Lori's apartment that night because his phone was there. It was like real late till like real early in the morning. Can't remember if it's like 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. But that's what I'm thinking he was doing there that whole time. And then the next morning, he gets up, goes straight to the Daybell property, and is there for like, what, 2 hours or more? So I think that's what happened that night. Well, it's my theory. Y'all have to overlook me, guys. My head's hurting this morning. I've not felt good the last 2 days. I've been in a lot of pain with my tendonitis, so I may be all over the place as usual. Hey, Candy. Good morning, y'all. Sorry I've been so sick. I haven't been on. Oh, I hate to hear that, Candy. I've not been feeling well either. I've been getting these sinus headaches. Feels like sinus pressure. There is death being handled better than the murder of Kaylee Anthony. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing a lot better job. That's for sure. This case has just been going on so long, and we all know the truth. Well, we know some of the truth. We know that they killed the kids and possibly killed Tammy. It's looking like they did kill her, too. Speaking of Tammy, I want to talk about Tammy a little bit this morning. Was Tammy brainwashed by Chad Daybell? I think so. I think she was too, to a certain point. I've got an article here saved to my phone. Let me find it. And the reason I say I think that she was is because I came across this article. It's talking about the raccoon, well, not the raccoon incident, the incident where someone shot at her with a paintball gun. Let me find it. I've got so many articles saved. Okay, here it is. Cult mom husband, Chad Daybell, told former wife that her dead grandmother visited him and said Tammy needed to visit her parents. 2 weeks later, Tammy Daybell was dead. Now, I either didn't know this or I knew it and forgot. I forget a lot. I'm really bad for that. I knew that someone had shot at her house, but I found this article really interesting. It says, weeks before Tammy Daybell's sudden death, her husband, Chad Daybell, claimed he had been visited by her dead grandmother, who gave him a message that she should visit her parents in Utah. East Idaho News reports. According to the news outlet, family members said that Chad came into his home after working in the yard on October 4th, claiming to have been visited by Tammy's deceased grandma, Cooper. He reportedly told his wife that her dead grandmother said Tammy needed to visit her parents in Springville, Utah, where Tammy and Chad had lived with their family until a few years prior, when they moved to Idaho. The source told EastIdahoNews.com that Tammy had previously mentioned to Chad that she wanted to visit her parents, but had been hesitant, apparently because she normally liked to travel with Chad and their children. But after Chad's purported visitation from her dead grandmother, Tammy decided to drive to Utah that very next day. She reportedly drove alone, spent one night in Springville, where she visited her parents for dinner, and spent the night at her sister's home. A few days after her return on October 9th, Tammy said in a Facebook post obtained by EastIdahoNews.com that when she pulled into her driveway that day, a masked man appeared, seemingly out of nowhere, and shot at her with a paintball gun, which she said in the post that she did not believe was loaded. She also said that even though she asked the man what he was doing, he never spoke. She reported the incident to police, but responding officers were unable to locate the man and determine that the apparent paintball shooting was a prank. It's probably Alex Cox or Chad Daybell himself. 10 days later, on October 19th, Tammy Daybell woke up dead in her bed. Well, how do you wake up dead? Anyhow, as the report noted, authorities initially declared that Tammy had died of natural causes, and Chad Daybell had refused an autopsy. By December, investigators became suspicious about Tammy's death, perhaps because of the additional deaths and disappearances connected to Chad and Lori Vallow, who he married in Hawaii just weeks after Tammy died. Authorities exhumed Tammy's body for an autopsy and reopened the death investigation. They have not yet released the results of the autopsy. Then it just goes on and talks about the discovery of the kids' remains on the property. But it seems like she was brainwashed by Chad too. So he comes in the house. Oh, I just got a visit from your dead grandmother, honey. You need to go back home really, really quick. He just said that because he needed her out of the way. And he already knew she had mentioned wanting to visit her parents. But she must have believed his vision because she went the next day without Chad or the kids. And she didn't normally travel like that. So she was brainwashed to a certain point, I think. I think she believed who knows? He didn't tell her anything about this zombie theory that him and Lori's got going on. Maybe he didn't tell Tammy anything about that. It's crazy. That masked man, hey, KDF, that masked man was Alex guaranteed. I think it was too. As soon as I read that, that's the first thought I had in my mind. And then the second one was it could have been Chad himself. But probably it was Alex, because if it had been Chad, she might have recognized how the person was built, even though he had a mask on. I wonder what Lori's sitting there thinking in her cell. I wonder if she's sitting there thinking, oh, on July 2020, on July 20th, 2020, I'm going to teleport out of here. Jesus Christ. Maybe he was being nice, letting Tammy say goodbye. Is that really being nice, though? His sick mind, it probably was. Letting her say goodbye, see her parents before he killed her. I mean, I'm just still shocked that this woman, 40-some years old, dies in her sleep, and they don't do an autopsy. The medical examiner doesn't. I listened to a medical examiner on TV. It says, if you can't determine a cause of death like that, you're supposed to, investigate further, do an autopsy. If there's no apparent cause, death like a gunshot wound, I think that's what he was saying. And I don't think it really matters someone's religious beliefs when it comes to that, when someone dies like that. So I'm not sure, but I think that medical examiner may have resigned. 411 now, he would know. I think they're going to kill themselves on the 22nd. Is it July 22nd or July 20th? I can't remember. Those crazy nuts. They got so much craziness going on. I can't keep up with it all. I am going to look at my chat on my phone because I know I'm missing a lot of comments. Stream keeps buffering here. Stupid Wi-Fi. Well, it could be my Wi-Fi too. I'm looking at my phone now, and it's not buffering on my phone with me. So it's probably your Wi-Fi. I always thought that was a good cause for autopsy. Well, from what that doctor was saying on TV, it is. If they can't look at the person and determine why they died, like, such as stab wounds, gunshot, whatever, you're supposed to do an autopsy. Of course, they always do an autopsy when there's gunshot wounds and stuff anyways, I think. I just thought it was mandatory. And based on what that doctor said on HLN, it is mandatory. Some states give families a choice, especially religion. Really? Well, yeah, I guess every state's different. Best have them on suicide watch later this month. Yeah, they're not going. Yeah, we don't need to let them take the easy way out, or authorities don't. They need to keep an eye on them. It's July 20th through July 23rd, depending on which of Lori Vallow's podcasts you listen to or watch. I guess I'm bad at true crime because I've not listened to her stupid podcast. I should. I don't think I can stand to hear her voice, really. So what do you think? Hey, Bieber, what do you think, Will? Do you think Melanie Gibb knew the kids were dead? I don't know if she knew the kids are dead. I believe Melanie Bedroda did, though, the niece. I believe she knew what was up. I believe she knew about it all. That's my opinion. CC, did you see the museum that did the reading on the kids? She is spot on. Y'all need to listen to that. Well, I know a bunch of people have listened to that. I have not listened to it yet. I heard it's kind of hard to listen to. Okay, so Will says it is mandatory unless the person is under the direct care of a doctor. Then the family doctor must sign the death certificate. Thank you, Will. That's basically what I was trying to say, but I get all bumfuzzled. That's what I thought about autopsies. Anyways, I thought they did an autopsy on everyone. Unless, they know someone died of an illness like cancer or something. I can't find those podcasts. I've tried to find them last week. Where can I find them? They've probably been removed. Because I think I think that's what I read. One of the guys that was involved with that podcast and that group, I think he removed a bunch of stuff because he was defending Chad Daybell until it came out they found the kid's remains. Lady, please quit licking your paw. She waits till I go live and starts licking herself. Hey, Jane. Good morning. I think Melanie Gibb figured it out, but I definitely think Melanie P. knew. Yeah. What is her last name? Her new last name, Pelosi. Isn't it weird? She met her new husband and just married him within a couple weeks, just like her Aunt Lori. If you ask me, her and Lori look a lot alike. I think she wanted to be like her Aunt Lori, just like her. And I think she believed everything that Lori and Chad told her. And so did Melanie Gibb. That Melanie Gibb, she's really a dumbass, y'all. I don't know how else to say it. She's just dumb. She's dumb as a box of rocks. She is not no hero. She keeps doing these interviews. I think she likes the attention. And she also keeps doing them trying to make herself look good. No, lady, you're not innocent. As soon as your friend started telling you that her kids was zombies, you should have took action. I know anybody hates to have to do something like that to one of their own friends. But when it involves little children and someone's, having hallucinations or got a crazy belief like Lori has about zombies, you've got to take action and to report it. Because that shows someone is really mentally unstable and could harm their kids or themselves or someone else. If you see something, say something. It just blows my mind that that lady, Melanie Gibb, said, oh, I wasn't 100% on board with it. But you was on board with it a whole lot, it looks like to me. Looks like to me she was on board about 95%. Like 5% of her like didn't believe it or something. I don't know. It just blows my mind that she would even consider that to be true, what they were telling her. I mean, she went to church. She knows what the Bible teaches. I can't believe she was just buying all that from Chad. Verbal constipation, he said the other day, I think it was yesterday, he believed that Melanie Gibb had something for Chad Daybell. And I never had thought about that until he said that. I think he's on to something there. That's why she, went along with all this craziness. She was in love with Chad. I tagged the wrong comment. I meant to tag TC's. Melanie Gibb knew exactly what was going on. I wonder how many of these doomsday followers there is. I read how many there were the other day, and I have forgotten, but it seemed like it was like 1,000. Will probably knows. Will, how many is in that cult? Do you know around about how many? I could be wrong. It could be like 100, but I'm pretty sure it said there was like 1,000 of those people. Verbal, gross but true. I believe you're right about that. She just acts weird in those interviews. I mean, the way she's just laughing and in such a positive mood as she's talking about all this craziness she was involved with. I found her behavior, just her body language and everything really weird. I believe she likes the attention. See if I can adjust my rocking chair. I got a pillow sitting here and it keeps making noise every time I move. I gotta get me an office chair, computer desk chair. No, I haven't seen anything yet on JJ's biological. JJ's biological, I guess it would have to be Kay and Larry's child, right? If it's their grandkid, then either they got a son or daughter that's JJ's biological parent. I don't know offhand. I know the FBI is working overtime to stop others from dying in July. Sorry, don't have the info on me. Oh, that's okay. I heard that there was other people that's in that cult that's had people just up and die mysteriously. I read that. To me, Melanie Gibb, she should have known when Lori said that Tylee and JJ was zombies, they was about to die. Because they said that about Charles, and he up and died. Tammy up and died. I just don't believe that she was that clueless. God, how could anybody be? Meow meow. Thank you. I think I forgot to put that link in my description. Did y'all see that the Golden State Killer pleaded guilty? I read a very interesting article about him. I don't know a whole lot about that case. I know he raped probably about 60 people or more. But yeah, he was in court and he pleaded guilty. Now, when he was first arrested, he tried to act like he had some kind of split personality, somebody named Jimmy, making him do the murders. Bullcrap. He was just trying to act like he was crazy. He had actually pulled that little trick before years ago when he got caught shoplifting. He got caught shoplifting when he was I think it said Auburn police officer. He got caught shoplifting dog repellent and a hammer. He got fired from the police station over that. Oh, yeah, and it said most people, like serial killers and stuff, most of the time they don't have or not like really mentally unstable, because if they were, they wouldn't get by with the murders for so long. Most serial killers are really, really smart, and their mind's clear. They're able to think clearly, basically. Oh, yeah, I also read some of the victims, when he would be assaulting them, he would say, "I hate you, Bonnie." And I read he actually had his heart broken by a woman named Bonnie. He was supposed to have married her. He proposed to her at gunpoint, pointed a gun at her. Yeah. Anyways, so then when he would assault his victims, he'd say her name. He pulled a Jimmy made me do it thing. I thought he acted like he had dementia and couldn't walk. Well, it's really funny. When they arrested him, he had been out riding his big Harley Davidson. You got to be pretty strong to hold one of those motorcycles up when you stop and, all that. And then, when he got in court, he was all feeble in a wheelchair. It was really apparent what he was doing. I also read in the article, I think it was his brother-in-law or a friend, but he would, the Golden State Killer liked to watch scary movies. And he would let the little kids, his little kids and stuff, watch scary movies all night long. And he would point out the most gory parts and kind of grit his teeth as it was happening. Totally crazy. And also, the Golden State Killer used to take souvenirs with him. He would steal jewelry and stuff like that. And this morning, that guy said that D'Angelo actually showed him some gold bars. Said it was melted down coins from South Africa. But really what he had done is melted down all the jewelry that he had stole from his victims into gold bars. Yeah, that's why they never did find any of the stuff he took from the victims. He melted down all the jewelry. Sick. He's like 70-some years old. He's going to die in prison. During the years that he didn't kill, he would call his victims and say, "Do you remember me?" Do prank phone calls. He was a real sicko. He's got kids and grandkids, KDF. Kids and grandkids. He was married to a woman for years. They had kids together, and they divorced not too awful long ago, probably maybe 10 years ago, something like that. They said that, oh, thank you, Black Rose. Super chat sticker. Thank you. They said, that guy said he never did have a personality. He was always really cold-hearted. Didn't show sympathy or empathy. He really is a monster. He would make the women tie, when he would break in these houses, he would make the women tie up the men. He would also put plates, stack up kitchen plates on top of the man's back, sometimes the woman. And he would say, "If I hear a plate break, if you make a move, I'm going to come back in here and kill you." Gosh, my stomach growls loud. I think he even sexually assaulted some kids, too. I'm not sure if he sexually assaulted the men. I don't think so. I think he would just tie them up and make them watch as he raped their wife or girlfriend, partner. When the break-ins and the rapes first started happening. He was a cop there, and he was actually looking for this person, helping them look for the person breaking in these homes. And it was him all along. You just don't never know someone. You don't really never know your neighbors fully. What else was I going to say this morning? Oh, yeah. I saw on Crime Online this morning this woman from Colorado. She's been busted for child porn and bestiality. Now, the porn that she is caught with, they don't know. They didn't say if it was, if this lady knew the children in the pictures and videos. It's sick. Predator busted with bestiality porn involving children gets 6 months in jail. She got 6 months in jail for child porn. Julie, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Those super chat stickers are cute. On my StreamYards, it doesn't show the sticker when I look at it. I have to look at my phone. Yeah, let me pull this up and show y'all. This is bullcrap. This woman is not even going to be listed as a sex predator. It's not looking like it. 6 months in jail. She got an easy sentence because I think the jail she's going to, it's like one of those programs where you're in jail but you can go out into society, you know. And this is like a grandma. She looks like she doesn't smell good or something. I hate to be so judgmental, but it's just the truth. I mean, that's my opinion of her picture. Sex predators, they don't get any sympathy or empathy from me. I know what they do to children. I was the victim of that as a child. So I hate them. I don't even think they should be on this earth. A Colorado woman was sentenced Friday to 6 months in jail after police reportedly discovered dozens of images of child pornography in her possession. Julie Ann Cunningham, 55, agreed to plead guilty in January to sexual exploitation of a child, more than 20 items, and unlawful sexual content. The Boulder Daily Camera reported that authorities got involved in 2018 after a man gave Facebook messages to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, showing Cunningham sending pictures of a minor girl posing naked. The affidavit obtained by the Daily Camera stated that Longmont police seized 28 electronic devices from Cunningham's home. Police also took Cunningham's cell phone, where they recovered 150 images and 93 videos depicting child exploitation. The phone also contained 6 videos showing bestiality. The Daily Camera reported that police ultimately discovered 54 images of child erotica and 17 photos of bestiality, some of which involved children. I'm not sure what child erotica is. I guess it's pictures or something. I'm going to have to look that up. Police discovered an additional 73 sexual explicit images, but the subjects' ages were undiscernible due to the picture's lighting or angle. Authorities claim there was also sexually explicit photos and videos of Cunningham on her phone's SD card. Gross. It's not clear whether any of these children seen in the sexually explicit images were known to Cunningham. Boulder Chief Trial Deputy District Attorney Katrina Weigel said Cunningham also sent child pornography. Katrina also claimed that police also suspected that Cunningham had sex with a 16-year-old boy. However, prosecutors declined to file criminal charges because the boy claimed he was 19. In addition to her 6-month jail sentence, Cunningham was also ordered to serve a 6-year community correction sentence. This is a program in which nonviolent felons are placed in a correctional facility where they are given restricted access to the community. Why does a convicted sex predator need access to the community so they can do this to another child? They need to throw her ass in a cell and lock her in and throw away the damn key. Also, sexually abusing dogs, too. Animals. Sick bitch. Okay. Community corrections combines residential supervision and treatment for offenders that are eligible for probation supervision or for those who have spent time in prison and are awaiting parole placement by the state parole board. It is not immediately known whether Cunningham will be required to register as a sex offender. Well, she should be required to register as a sex offender. She is a sex offender. Don't even make no sense. Boulder District Court Judge Andrew Hartman explained that Cunningham's 6-year community correction sentence can be converted into a Department of Correction sentence if she is found to reoffend or be in violation. She shouldn't even be given a chance to reoffend. They all reoffend. All these convicted sex predators, every time they get out, they reoffend. Maybe there's some that don't, but I've never heard of it. That'd have to be proven to me. God, that case really pissed me off. Sorry, guys. I get pissed off sometimes when I read this crap. Excuse me. I didn't have time to mute. My apologies. I hate coughing in everybody's ear. So rude. I'm going to be looking into this. It's freaking ridiculous. I'll send you the link to that paper. This stuff is sick. I mean, it's just my opinion that they shouldn't let these people back out into society because they will reoffend. It is just something that's programmed in them that they have no control over. These people are evil. No fixing stupid. Exactly. Verbal. Yeah, she's a sex offender, faithful one. I mean, why would they not want, why would they say it's not known if she's going to be put on the sex offenders registry? Why wouldn't she be? God, that really pissed me off. She probably does know the children that's in that. Where would she get that from? And who is this Facebook person that handed this stuff over to authorities? Anybody ready yet for the protest for children's rights? I'm all in. I'm very serious. I'm ready for it, Bieber. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all check out Bieber's channel. Leave it to Bieber. She's been putting videos up, content, true crime. Thank you, Bieber. I appreciate that. You been drinking out of your Annabelle goat mug? I've not. Mine's still in the box. I put it back in the box. Still sitting on my kitchen counter. I tell you, when I read these cases, it really pisses me off because I went through that as a child. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to be terrified. There's nothing you can do. The fear that you feel. When I was little, I learned to take my mind somewhere else. I can still do that to this day when I get upset. Anyhow, I don't want to get into all that this morning. So some of these cases, I'm going to have to start back uploading videos. There's just so many of these crazy cases I want to share with everybody. I can't cover them all in the live stream. Damn, my phone needs to be charged. It's about to die. I don't got my charger in here. Oh no, they found the body of that little girl that was missing. Madison Billups. She vanished days ago, and her body's been found. This is in Wisconsin. The Rock County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin confirmed that searchers on Monday found the body of Madison Billups. Let me pull up her picture. Cute little girl. Oh, I bet this is what Cheryl was talking about the other day. She was telling me about. Let's see. Well, I just saw that Golden State Killer's picture as I'm trying to pull this up. Man, he looks like he's about dead. I'll show it to y'all in just a second. Sitting there in court. I swear he looks like he can barely sit up. Is karma catching up with him? Probably. He's not so mean and powerful now, is he? Oh, little Madison. So cute. Bless her heart. The Rock County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin confirmed searchers on Monday found the body of Madison Billups, a young girl who disappeared on Thursday. The Janesville Gazette reports Madison's body was found around 11 a.m. Monday morning at the Rock River area between the Bell Richard Bridge and South River Road in Janesville. Madison disappeared while playing with her brother last week near Anglers Park. A bystander saw both Madison and her brother fall into the water. The bystander jumped in and grabbed the brother, saving him. But Madison got swept under and disappeared. Oh no. Why was these kids unattended? Parents need to be charged. These kids is unattended like that. She made everyone her best friend. If you met her, you're her best friend and you're going to play for 6 hours, Madison's cousin Brenda Ward said. The Rock County Medical Examiner's Department is scheduled to conduct an autopsy over the next few days. It says the incident appears to be a tragic accident. Well, I'm just wondering, where was... I see a video here. I'm wondering, where was her parents at? Were these two kids alone playing by a river? Gosh, you got to keep your eye on kids really closely when water's around. When you got swimming pools or lakes or ponds nearby. Some of these poor little kids don't even have a chance because of their freaking sorry parents. Cute little girl. It is sad. Somebody needs to go down for child neglect. I know it. And if you noticed in that article, it didn't mention anything about her parents. So more than likely, they were not there when the kids were around the water. They were unattended. Because it seems like if the parents were there and they fell into the water, it would have stated that. Put the gavel down on him, Jamie. So sad. A lot of times, like when you got swimming pools, you need to have a gate up or make sure your little toddlers can't get outside because they'll fall into the pool, can't get out. A lot of times they'll fall on those pool covers, get all tangled up. It's unreal. I think if I had a little child, I'd be a nervous wreck if I had like a swimming pool around. One reason I didn't buy me like one of the big swimming pools, I've thought about it. It's because my neighbor's little boy, he's mean as a striped snake, and I couldn't put a fence around it, not where I'm at now. So can't have a big pool because of him. Afraid he'll get hurt. Get in it. She deserves parents to love and protect her. Good parents don't let their kids play around water unattended. Every year you hear about these tragic accidents and hot car deaths, and I'll never understand it. Like, if these parents don't want to take care of their kids, care for them properly, protect them, they need to give them to someone that will. Like, I don't understand why they don't. They end up, keeping them, neglecting them, abusing them, and something happens to them. It'll probably come out that the social services, CPS, has been involved with this family. That won't surprise me a bit. A lot of these cases, CPS is involved. CPS didn't do anything. Child ends up about beat to death or murdered. I won't even leave my almost 6-year-old in the bathtub alone because one time's all it takes. Yeah, they could stand up, fall, and hit their head while you was out of the room. My granny, I don't know how true this is, but my granny always used to say, "You can drown in a teaspoonful of water." She always used to say that to me. Never left my son in the bathroom unattended, ever. So many parents seem to be too busy to realize what they have. Children are the most precious gifts God gave to us. Yes. Thank you, Black Rose, for sharing Sonny's link, my rooster's link to his channel. Sonny lost his special feather yesterday. His feather, it's got the white in it. He's looking all stubtail. I got to do a video on it. He'll grow it back, though. He's just going through the molt cycle. He did the same thing last year. My hens are getting in all their new feathers, too. Some people's just not meant to be parents, guys. A lot of kids that are abused in the world, and a lot of animals, too. Animals are like little children to me. It's just heartbreaking. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, guys, when I was live, I forgot to share that petition that's been started to take Jeff Lowe's animals from his zoo, rehome them, because he neglects them and abuses them. I forgot to share the link, but I put it in the comment section of yesterday morning's live stream. I signed it. I got Mark to sign it. He doesn't need those animals. The problem is it can take up to 5 years for them to complete their investigation and up to 5 years to confiscate the animals. That one lion's ear's rotting off. That has to be painful. Be lucky if it don't die from infection getting in its bloodstream. Lisa, if you got a child in the neighborhood you have to keep an eye on, is that what you're talking about? We had something happen in our area. These parents, they just let their kids run wild, and the little boy ended up getting run over on his bicycle. Yeah, it was very sad. He was going to the bus stop. He had to go down a hill, and there's a stop sign and then the main road. He didn't stop at the stop sign. He went out into the main road, and a guy hit and killed him. And the guy that was driving the vehicle, it was not his fault, but he died a few days later of a heart attack. True story. This little boy's dad, I went to school with him. And, I hate to say it. I know they lost a child, but those kids run wild. Like really wild through that trailer park and everything. It's just a sad case. That's been several years ago. Also, we had a woman, she had this is when my niece was in first grade. She's graduated college now. There was a set of twins. It was the day before school was going to start. This woman was known to be on pills and stuff. She went up what we call Indian Creek Mountain. Somehow she wrecked. The kid was known to hang out the window. She let her kids run wild. He was hanging out the window the day she wrecked. My stepdad actually came up on the accident. The car was on top of the little boy. She actually went to jail for that. She's out now, but she did go to jail for that. And then we had another girl who was getting high on morphine and put her newborn baby in its little bassinet in front of an air conditioner, and it died of hypothermia. She went to jail for that too. I went to school with her too. Well, actually, she went to school with my older brother. They're about 5 years older than me, but I know her. They had to put her in protective custody down in the county jail. She's still a piece of shit to this day. I can't stand her. I didn't like her in school, and I damn sure don't like her now. And then I went to school with another boy, Leonard. His name's Leonard. 2 of his babies end up dying within like a year of each other, 2 years of each other, something like that. And come to find out, they killed them. They killed those 2 babies. He did. Smothered them. The first baby, they got by with it. When the second baby died, they knew something was wrong. Couldn't find out, he smothered both of them. This just happened a couple of years ago. I was actually quite shocked because I do know Leonard really well. I went to school with him. I was always nice to him. He was kind of like an outcast, Yeah. Yeah, we've had quite a few things happen around here. We had another case. A baby ended up in the hospital, broke arms, ended up dying. And it was the mom and her boyfriend. And this is just right out the road from me. Bad things happen everywhere, guys, even in small towns. I didn't really think there'd been that many cases that happened around here, but then once I got to naming them, oh, yeah. That's reminding me, Evelyn Boswell case. I want to see a murder charge for Megan. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. They're taking their sweet time. They've probably got back her autopsy by now, of course. I think where so much time went by before they knew that Evelyn was missing, that this definitely made it a lot harder. A lot of evidence gone. That case really did something to me. About all the cases I've followed, I've been upset before over cases like AJ Friend's case, Malia Davis, Noah Tomlin, but Evelyn's, I was so heartbroken over that, even though I already knew she was probably deceased, but I don't know. It did something to me. I felt like it hardened my heart a little or something. It's hard to describe. No word right now on that case. Someone did tell me like a psychic did a reading on that case, and they said that Hunter Wood actually killed Evelyn. But that's a psychic, there's no proof of that. I feel like he did know about Evelyn's death and tried to help Megan cover it up. I don't know if he actually killed Evelyn. I think Megan did. That's my personal belief. We'll just have to wait and see. You would think if he was involved in the death by now, they would have charged him with something, concealing evidence or something, lying to police. But maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're gathering more evidence, getting all their ducks in a row before they come after him. Well, Evelyn's, I'm not sure if they've got Evelyn's results back, but I do know they weren't going to release it to the public when they did come back. Bieber would know. Bieber, did they get those results back? It seems like they did get the results back, but they're not going to release it to the public. And Tammy's autopsy, I don't know what the holdup is. For a long time, they were saying toxicology tests were the holdup. That's what takes the longest to get back. But gosh, they've had plenty of time now to get the toxicology back. Crap, they've done, got Alex's back. Alex Cox's autopsy results back, and he died in December. Tammy died in October. So he died after her. I want murder charges in Taylor Williams' case. It's been almost a year now. Gosh, that's familiar. I'd have to look it up to refresh my memory. There has been so many cases. Gosh, that sounds so familiar. I'm going to have to look that up real quick, just so I can look at the picture and refresh my memory. Even if they don't charge Megan Boswell with murder on the charges that she's got right now, she'd still spend a long time in prison. But I know we want justice for Evelyn. We want to see some murder charges. Of course. But I'm just saying, if it don't happen, I think each one of her false reporting to police is up to 20 years. Oh, crap. Carolina girl says Tammy was embalmed. How's that going to work with an autopsy then? Oh, okay. Yeah. Taylor Williams, the little girl from Florida, her mom was in the military. Might have been Navy. I don't know. She had tortured that little girl, starved her to death. I remember doing videos on it. She actually killed that little girl in that apartment, and then she moved out of that apartment to somewhere else. But back in her old apartment, it was like filthy in there. I can't wait for Tammy's autopsies either. Hair might show chemicals. Good point, Mel Mel. It will. If they take a hair sample, it should show any kind of poisoning. Don't it show up like the metals that's in poisoning or something? Who knows? He could not have poisoned her. He could have smothered her. They didn't really examine her body. I think when someone's like smothered or strangled, it like makes like their blood vessels like pop out in their eyes. So usually the medical examiner can tell by the eyes if something like that's happened, but I don't think they really examined Tammy all that great. Just looked at her just a little bit. I think the medical examiner probably knew Chad and them. I saw something about Chad being a grave digger in the chat, but I've lost the comment now. Oh, right here. That grave digger Chad knew how to cover his tracks with Tammy and Alex, I believe. Yeah, I'm surprised the graves weren't a lot deeper than what they were, considering he was a grave digger, and it's just so weird. He made sure to put bricks and stuff over top of the bodies when he put them in the ground to keep from animals digging them up. But it was just kind of shocking with him with that kind of experience that the graves weren't like 6 foot deep or something. Maybe they didn't have time to dig them deep. Maybe that's what the problem was. Juju, I'm an hour late. Missed the new charges on Lori. She basically got the same as Chad. Hold on a minute, Juju. I'll read them to you. Let me pull it back up. Okay. She got 2 counts of conspiracy to commit destruction, altercation, or concealment of evidence. 2 counts of conspiracy to commit destruction, altercation, or concealment of evidence. I can't wait till I see first-degree murder charge. They still got the death penalty there. Oh, yeah, guys. For some reason, yesterday when I was reading that article about the Vallow case, I get like all mixed up. For some reason, I think Rexburg is not in Idaho. I'm thinking it's like in Arizona or somewhere. I get confused, so my apologies. I don't know why I get that in my head for or think that. There's just so much with this case. I get all bumfuzzled. Oh, you're welcome, Juju. Hey, Lucy Love. Hey, Barry May. Yes, I'm late. Listen now. Oh, you're probably going to have to watch the replay, girl. I've got to get off here, get some things done, get me some food in me before I get sick because my stomach's been sitting here growling the whole time I've been live. I should have fixed breakfast before I went live, but I didn't. And when I've been going without eating, I'll get super hungry, and that's when I seem to get sick. Like I said, sometimes I don't eat breakfast in the morning. Sometimes I wake up hungry, though. It's just weird. I've got my mom and daughter listening. Hey, Lucy Loves mom and daughter. Hope y'all are doing well. Now, is your mom from around my area, Lucy? I know you've got family like down in Bristol. Have a great day, Bieber. I'm going to get me some food, Julie. I was going to tell you, we are going to do the Lily Lyd murders. The Gothic devil worshiping teens from Pikeville, Kentucky that killed that family in Tennessee. I believe it was in 96, 97. We're going to do that case. I was going to do it this morning. I've been researching it. Plus, it happened real close to me. But then we had these updates about Lori, so I was like, I'm going to have to postpone it. But if y'all want to watch some documentaries about it, just look up Natasha Cornett. So you got to look up. She was the leader of their little group. And you'll find all kinds of little videos about it here on YouTube. But I thought it would be interesting to discuss because that little group of teenagers was like a cult. I have a headache, Karen. I have a sinus headache. Do I sound different? Yeah, I've got a sinus headache. Like my nose is hurting, like around like my eyes and like the bones. Yeah, I started not to do a live stream this morning. That's how bad I feel. I've been in pain, and then I got this headache going on. But I like to live stream, so I did it anyways. Where were all Chad? Oh, yeah. So when they searched Chad's house when they got there yesterday, his son-in-law was served the search warrant. So his son-in-law, Chad's son-in-law and daughter, is living in that house. The other kids moved out, and they moved in Chad's house. I don't see how they can do that when there was kids found buried in the backyard, their remains. One of the kids was dismembered and burned. How could they live there? Now, I do know that Chad's daughter and son-in-law had already planned on moving in that house before all this came out. And Chad and the other kids were going to move to a non-disclosed location so they could have privacy. So maybe that's why they went ahead with the move. But I think that shows that she's still on her dad's side to me. Maybe they didn't have any choice but to move in there or something. I don't know. It's just weird. I bet it's because of summer allergies, CC. Yeah, it could be. I'm going to have to go take me some ibuprofen. I've not took any this morning. I try not to take it all the time or space it out because I have to take it just about every day for my tendonitis. Natasha Cornett. Here, let me put you a link in. I found a documentary, y'all, and everybody knows I live close to Pikeville, Kentucky, about an hour from it. And it's the documentary about these teen killers, and it starts out, it says, Pikeville, Kentucky, hillbilly heaven. It does. They do have a festival called Hillbilly Days down there. I do go to that sometimes. I didn't go last year, but I do go to Hillbilly Days. It's just, a festival that they have. They just kind of embrace like the hillbilly stereotype because everybody thinks we're dumb and barefooted, wearing bibbed overalls. Let me get this link for you, KDF. Check out this documentary. Listen to it while you're working around the house today. It's good. Well, let me get back to my own chat. That way, y'all listen to this documentary and we'll be able to have a real good discussion because it's really interesting. What I'm going to try to do is put together a video of pictures of Natasha and her friends and the Lily Lid family, so we can play the pictures as we're discussing the case. That sounds mighty fun. Hillbilly heaven. It is. It is so funny the way that documentary starts out in this guy's voice. He's so serious about it. He's like, Pikeville, Kentucky, hillbilly heaven. I personally don't like being called a hillbilly. That's offensive to me. And another country person wants to say it to me, that's fine. If I want to say it, that's fine. But most of the time when someone calls you a hillbilly, it's meant as an insult. It means you're dumb and barefoot, like dumb, barefooted, always pregnant, no education, no common sense. That's why I get mad about it. But I can call my own self a hillbilly. I'm a hillbilly, but I'm not barefooted and dumb. Maybe he transferred the house into his daughter's name. Yeah, I think his daughter was buying it from him, if I'm not mistaken. 2-bit shoes, how are you? Well, guys, I guess I better get off here. Get some things done around here. One of my dogs caused me a little mess. Came back. The only room I've got carpet in my house, my dog decided to come back here and pee on it. And I've been trying to get that smell up. One little pee spot. And I came across this homemade solution you can make. I think it's like vinegar and water. It's supposed to work, take out dog pee stains. But anyways, I got to get busy on this. I used to get called a Beverly Hillbilly by friends in Illinois. You can tell you're a country girl when I talk to you. When you've been up on my stream, KDF. And we can call our own self hillbillies, but, it's not very nice when people from the city do it. Because usually it's meant as an insult. Pisses me off. Anyways, thank you, Black Rose. Lucy Love, thanks for stopping in. Have a good day with your family. I may try to do a member stream on the porch. Oh, crap, nah, never mind. Strike that. I think Diane's channel is going live this evening. If I can do it before her live stream, then I will. Try to do a members stream on the porch. Anyways, I love y'all. Have a great day. Be kind. Peace. Oh, thank you, KDF. Watch that documentary. I want you to watch it when you get time and let me know what you think. Bye, Meow Meow. Have a good day. Peace, guys.